Hey guys, good afternoon. Matthew Lippert back here with another video. Hey, I'm going to work on this 2014 Chrysler Town and Country. I've got an intermittent problem. The cruise control, most of the time it works, but sometimes it doesn't. You go to hit that on button, just nothing happens. So it's starting to happen more and more. So there's some kind of an intermittent problem in that switch. So I'm going to show you what to look for as far as what might be causing the problem or to recognize the problem, and then we're going to go ahead and replace it. I'm not going to wait until it quits completely because I'm on the road a lot and I use that cruise control all the time, so I want it working. So before we get started, go ahead and smash that subscribe button, hit that like button, share this video. I look forward to seeing you guys down the road, and let me know what part of the country, what part of the world you watch this from. It's cool to see what kind of a reach this channel has. And if you have any questions, leave those in the comment section. I'll reply as necessary, as appropriate. And let me go ahead and turn this camera on and get started. Okay, looking down at this dash, right in here is where this right there is where that light comes on, and right now it works. So but like I said, it's an intermittent problem. It's started out, maybe once every few weeks it would act up, and now it's gotten to the point where it's about once a week it'll act up, and it's just going to continue to get worse. So I'm going to go ahead and replace this switch right here. Now, since we have to start out by taking the airbag out, first thing I'm going to do is open up the hood, unhook the battery terminals. Some manufacturers say take off the negative terminals. Some recommend taking off both terminals. So since I am messing with an airbag, I'm going to go ahead and take off both battery terminals. And then I'm going to turn the lights on to make sure all the power, and there's no residual power left in that thing. Anytime you're dealing with these airbags, you don't want to take a chance with any residual power being in there and something going kittywampus when you're working on it, that thing blows up in your face. So you definitely don't want that. So take whatever precautions necessary to make sure that thing is not going to go off. So like I said, I'm going to unhook both terminals and then we'll come back. Okay, this is going to be a 10 millimeter. Some people take them off here. I just take the whole terminal off. That wasn't super tight there. I'm not sure why, but take off the positive side, then get over here and take off the negative side. These are a 10 millimeter. A lot of the vehicles anymore are a 10 millimeter. Sometimes they're a 3/8 or a 7/16, but a lot of them are a 10 millimeter. Take off both battery terminals. And now I'm going to turn the headlights on, and then I'm going to wait for a few minutes while I'm gathering all my tools. Okay, the first thing you want to do is in the back side of the steering wheel, there's this little plug right here. There's the same thing on the other side. You see what little gap is right there, right there on this side, there. Stick a little small screwdriver, flat head screwdriver in there, pop that out, and then there's a 10 millimeter bolt inside of there. Same thing on the driver's side. You see if I can get this in here where you can see this. I can't see it. Let me see. Somewhere in here. Anyway, I can't see it, but it's the same thing. It's on the opposite side of the steering wheel. This is the passenger side, and the driver's side, exact same thing. May have to move the steering wheel a little bit to get in there better. So go ahead and pop those out. I don't think I can do it. And, well, I don't know how I can do it without, and you'll be able to see it. You know what I'm saying? Stick that screwdriver right in there like that. Pop it out. There's a 10 millimeter bolt inside of there. Go ahead and take both those 10 millimeter bolts out. Okay, this is what the bolt looks like. Sometimes the bolts actually stay in there. They have a keeper in there to keep them in there. This one doesn't. They come straight out. There's two of them. Then the airbag comes right out. You just want to be careful with that. You don't need to unhook any of the wiring. You just want to try to get it up out of the way somehow, just so it stays there. This is what we're looking for right here. There. That's what I want right there. Okay, I'm going to go back here, look at the camera, and make sure you can see these screws. Not really, but let me see if I can move this camera. I really want you to be able to see those screws. Right there. There's 2 screws right there. They're a T25 Torx head. Take those 2 screws out. Now let me set my camera back down. You know, like before, I'm out here by myself, so I got to try to make this thing work and set the camera up wherever I can. So you take these 2, a T25, unscrew these 2 screws. You're taking the whole trim piece off. Make sure you set those screws where you won't lose them. And if you ever have to replace the other side, the switch on the other side of the steering wheel for all the radio controllers and different stuff like that, and it's basically the same process. All right. Well, there should be, I think there's a screw behind here. I think. Oops. I don't know if you saw the hole back here when we were looking at where the 10mm bolt is. There's a another little hole in there. It looks like, because that definitely doesn't come out yet. There's definitely I need a shorter. You go get a shorter Torx here. This is just way too long. Actually, you know, maybe I can do this. No, it still doesn't come out. Ah, there's another one down here. There's all kinds of little things here. There's another one right here. I can feel a hole right back there. Ah, that's a Phillips head. This one is a Phillips head. Hopefully this is the last one. Okay. Get back up here. It's hot out here. I'm sweating. Okay, once you get, so there's 4 screws. You have the 2 here. One from the bottom is Torx, both T25. The one here is a Phillips head. That screw so far has stayed in there. And then it's still hooked in with some clips. So you've got to kind of pull on a little bit to get it to pop back by these clips. Now there's a ribbon cable in here. There's a ribbon cable right here. There's a little black button right here you got to depress to get that ribbon cable out. Well, it still doesn't want to come out. There. Okay, you got to make sure you press that little button far enough. With big fingers, it's kind of hard, but and then you pull this out. So then you got, that's a small Torx. So you got 3 Torx screws right here. So let me reset the camera a little bit so I can do it right down here on the on my center console. Okay, these 3 screws here are a T10. Take these 3 screws out. Set them here where you're not going to lose them. I thought I had my new switch right here, but I guess I don't. Those screws are tight. Now the switch comes out. Let me go get the new switch. I'll be right back. Okay, here's a new switch. Brand new Purdy switch. It's almost impossible to put this in wrong because you have 3 screws. So if you can put this in wrong, well, you've definitely done something that I don't think I could accomplish. So be that good or bad, you have accomplished something I don't think I could accomplish. Because you're going to have to break something to put these things in wrong. I have a feeling my hand is right in the way of what I'm doing, but sometimes that happens, and I apologize for that. Oh no! All right, I found the screw. I dropped it trying to get it into the Torx bit into it, but anyway, but there's the last screw. I don't have any of them tight yet. I always wait till I get them all in, and then I tighten them up. Okay. All right. Get in the hole, tighten that up. All right, let me go ahead and reset the camera back up here where we can see what we're doing. Yeah, one of the funny things so far when I'm doing this, I wanted to jump in the back to set the tripod up, and of course I'm so used to these automatic doors, you know, you either pull on the lever or hit the button and they open. I pulled on the lever and nothing. It's like, wait a minute, why is the door not opening? And it's like, oh yeah, you just unplugged the unhooked the battery terminals. So all right, this is gonna go back in here the same way. You have the clips there. You see where the clip goes in on this side. Make sure you put that in. Well, it's only going to go one way, because if you put it in the wrong way, you're not going to be able to clip it, and you're probably going to break something. You'll hear a little click, and then you want to begin to line this thing up. Might have to move the airbag just a little bit. There. Now I want to go with my start with my T20. What was my T25 at? There it is. Line up one. It doesn't matter which hole you line up first, but I would start with one of these 2 right here because they're just easy to get to. You know, you can see them, and once you get these 2 lined up, there's a good chance that the other 2 are going to be lined up. Again, I don't tighten them until I'm done, until I have all 3 of them started, and then I'm going to take the Phillips screwdriver. Hopefully I can do this without getting down there again, but if not, I'll get down there again. Well, if I take it the right way, I'm probably okay. You're looking at this thing backwards, and so I was loosening it there. That was tight. No, actually, it doesn't seem like it's in there right. I'll have to look at that some more. It doesn't seem like it's quite in there right. That one's tight. That one's tight. Now we're good. Now we can bring this airbag back in here, turn it around, set it into place. There, I'm going to turn the steering wheel back to center. Yeah, it's a little warm out here today. It's it's in the low 90s, but I'm sitting in this car with no airflow. It's a little bit on the warm side. All right, now we got to get these things in here and lined up without dropping anything. That's the tricky part. Just got to get your holes lined up. That's all we're looking to do. But again, part of it is, you can't see. That's part of it. Okay, there, that one's lined up. So get down in here with a flashlight. Once you get one of them, the other one's going to be a lot easier. Again, don't tighten it up, because you want to be able to move it while you put the other one in. Now, this one, it'll just set right in there. No, it's not though. All right, let me look and see what I can see here. Again, I apologize for my big head being in the way, but that's the only way I can see what I'm doing and still keep the camera up. A lot of it is all about the angle. There. And if you don't have your bolt going in at the right angle, it's not going to go in. It's not going to start. There. I'll tighten this side up. There. Dropped into my little tool there. All right. Now, everything is back to normal. Everything's tight, or as tight as it has to be. You always got some flexibility there because of the horn. Now, I'm going to go find the key. What's in my pocket? Now, what I'm going to do is, and I do this thing a little bit different than some people do, but I don't want this thing blowing off in my face. If something went kittywampus, I want it blowing while I'm not here in front of it. So I'm going to turn the key on, and with the camera still rolling, now I'm going to go hook the battery back up. Well, that's good news. So now, let's start it up. I don't know if you can see that. Let me look. If not, I'll get you closer. Yeah, you can kind of see it. Right there. There's that light right there. It's working, turning on and off. I'm hoping it'll turn on and off like normal. now. So, but there you go. It took me maybe probably 45 minutes. That's with moving the camera around, doing all that stuff, and not really having a clear idea what I'm doing. Make sure. So, but anyway, that's how to change this. If you're going to change this one over here, it's going to be the exact same process, just different side, but you're still going to have the same things on hook. So, not too difficult. Like I say, 45 minutes to an hour, not too bad at all. Just got to be able to maneuver around to get it into here, So, all right. All right, guys, there you go. I got that cruise control switched on that 2014 Chrysler Town and Country. Like I say, 45 minutes to an hour, not too bad. Just got to be careful. Make sure you get all the electricity drained out of that system so there's no residual. Don't want to make don't want to take any chances with the potential that airbag bag going off in your face. Anytime you're messing around with the airbag, you just always want to be careful. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section. If you have any comments, leave them in the comment section. If you are an ASE certified mechanic, you do this for a living, and you have some suggestions, please leave those in the comments as well. I'm just a shade tree mechanic. My shade tree may be a little bit bigger than others, but I don't have one single hour of formal instruction in doing this. I'm just 65 years old. I've done this all my life, and just all self-taught. So I hope this helps you. And like I say, reach out to me. Let me know what part of the world, what part of the country you're watching this from. It's cool to see people from all other countries watching these videos and learning from my videos. But go ahead and smash that subscribe button. Like this video. Share this video. Until next time, have a great day and may God bless you.